Very heartbreaking yung pagkakaroon ng bad breath.
May mga ibang tao ako, let's say, ganyang kalayo, pero for some reason, even if huminga sila from the nose, may certain smell. Hindi ko alam, is it because of smoking? Hindi ko alam, is it because of anything else, kakakain lang nila? I don't know. But meron certain person na parang kahit araw-araw mong kausap, meron certain smell.
For some patients, decades nilang dala-dala. May mga hindi na nakapag-asawa, hindi nakapag-girlfriend, iniwan ng partner.
Walang odor na hindi nakakure ng dentist.
Cure is not the right term. Kasi it's not a disease in the first place. Ang mouth odor, it's usually a manifestation na meron something wrong
going on.
So you have to check ano yun. So halimbawa, malansa. There are patients na malansa yung hininga nila because meron silang problem somewhere else. Kidney problems. Yan.
Pero Doc, may way ka ba para sabihin sa isang tao what's the most polite way of saying na you need to brush your teeth?
You do it in general. Halimbawa, okay, later we will have a presentation with a client. Let's make sure na malinis tayo, mabango tayo, toothbrush tayo lahat. You don't single out the person.
Galing.
Huwag niyo single out kasi kapag sinisingle out nyo and then you point it out directly to the person and ikaw talaga mabaho ka, may bad breath ka, that's when it becomes offensive.
Totoo ba na nakaka-bad breath ang veneers?
Actually, it's not the veneers na nakaka-bad breath. It's the way the patient maintains the veneers.
Bakit kailangan ng isang tao magpa-veneers?
Hindi kailangan actually, pero dahil may social pressure, nagiging trend siya. And dahil lagi tayong nasa harap ng camera, everybody wants to be a content creator, everybody wants to take a selfie, gusto natin ma-achieve yung ganong klase, parang pageant smile. Diba? Na sometimes it becomes detrimental to health also.
For me, ang magandang ngipin dapat parang pang close-up commercial. Pag tinignan ako ng tao, parang kumikinang yung ngipin ko. Yun yung perception ko ng magandang ngipin ng bata ako. So sabi ko, paano kaya i-achieve yun?
Ang pagkakaroon ng perfect set of teeth, nagsisimula yan sa kabataan pa lang. Naingatan ba natin yung primary teeth or yung mga baby teeth natin? Kasi they serve a very important function para doon sa eruption ng permanent teeth natin. So kung nung bata ka pa lang, nabubulok yung ngipin, natatanggal yung ngipin, late natanggal, nagpatong-patong, definitely pag tubo ng permanent, it's not going to be perfect anymore. So kailangan na ng corrective. Kasi ang iniisip nila, di ba, baby teeth pa lang naman yan.
Diba? Actually, yun din ang pananaw ko.
Magpapalit pa naman. Hindi. They really serve a very important factor sa tamang pagkaka-align ng mga permanent teeth natin. At the same time, yung growth ng panga, ng upper and lower jaw. So kung maagang nawawala yung mga ngipin, sometimes hindi nag-grow ng maganda yung panga. So may mga naka-forward.
When it comes to having a beautiful smile, what does it do for someone? Our topic for tonight is smile makeovers and the celebrity effect.
How you like me now? Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang mic at baso sa lames at entablado. Gusto ko ganito, ang kwentuhan lang ay easy. Nagiging totoo lalo pag naka-whiskey. Pero hinay lang, para goods pa rin ang kidney. Pormahang mabait pero mga bara ay deadly. Hubat lang ang beat pero kumakalabit. Hip-hop kalakip sa struggles ko sa streets. Kung usapang patagisan, huwag magbaka sa kalibro. Utak namin hinulma ng kali at sa kalibro. Tara, pag-usapan natin dito, kwento mo sa buhay. Kasamang mga pogs, ilabas lahat ng tunay. Mag-relax lang tayo, sober man o tipsy. Aral makukuha mo sa Life Over Whiskey. Mula sa baba, ngayon tinitingala. Inakit ko ang bunga, hindi lang basta tumingala. Pogs na ngayon ang bata na minsang pariwara. Wala ngang imposible at merong himala.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life Over Whiskey podcast, where we share valuable life lessons and stories you can learn from over a glass of whiskey. My name is Brian.
And I'm Gerald.
Direk Che, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang gabi sa'yo. Magandang maulan na gabi sa'yo, Brian.
Exactly. Binaha ka ba?
Ha? Hindi naman, kasi magkasama tayong pumunta dito.
Pero alam mo, nandito pa rin tayo, Direk, sa napakagandang studio ng Tritone Entertainment. Maraming salamat, Tritone, for having us dito sa maganda niyong studio.
At hindi lang yun, ang babait at ang gagaling ng crew dito.
Oo naman, syempre.
Diba?
Shoutout sa ating mga back-end people like na katulad nila Direk Erwin, Direk MJ, nila J-Lord, lahat ng mga tao in the back-end who supports this studio.
Yes.
And of course, Direk, hindi mawawala ang favorite nating
Na whiskey, syempre naman. Since day one, sponsor natin to.
Charles and James. Maraming salamat for being part of this episode as well. And without further ado, Direk, introduce ko na ang ating guest. Excited na siya. Kasi ako excited na rin ako.
Ba't ganun siya guest natin? Parang nakangiti na rin ako kasi lagi siya nakasmile, no?
You like the energy.
Yes, yes.
If I may introduce, our guest for tonight is a dentist with specialized practice focused on periodontics, dental implants, and cosmetic dentistry. She's the president and co-founder of Valeria Doctors and founder Dental Corner Prime Clinic. Pioneer of the Halo Fix TX program, or in short, bad breath treatment. A forerunner in breath health and innovation. The one and the only specialist for bad breath treatment. She's also the entrepreneur, president, and founder of Sumo Global Biotech Inc. and LPV, Sumo Resorts and Ventures. Mga bagong ventures daw niya. Without further ado, let us all welcome Doc Patricia or Tricia Suiza. Magandang gabi sa'yo.
Good evening. Good evening, Brian. And good evening,
Hi,
Gerald.
Doc. Napasmile na rin ako sa'yo.
You have a very beautiful smile.
Naku, talaga si Doc. Ay, mana sa'yo.
Si Brian din.
Oh.
Yes. Alam mo, Doc, your energy, malaking factor yung smile.
Totoo naman.
No? Malaking factor
Sets
yung
the
smile.
tone, bro.
Exactly, exactly. And sakto yan sa topic natin for tonight. Our topic for tonight is smile makeovers and the celebrity effect.
Naku, ganda ng topic natin,
Yan.
Bray.
Saktong-sakto sa kanyang linya, sa industriya niya. Pero Direk, let us get to know muna behind the scenes. Before Doc Pat became Doc Pat.
Yan.
Sino ba si Doc? Sino ba si Patricia? Sino ba si Tricia?
Ako. Sino ba ako? Okay.
Tell us a backstory of, how you grew up.
Okay, ako, I was just a simple girl. I was raised in a middle-class family. Hindi ako anak ng contractors.
So in short, hindi ka namuhay ng mga marangya.
Hindi. So growing up, talaga we had a lot of financial struggles. Pinagdaanan namin yan. So it's also one of the reasons why I think I can get along with people kahit na anong estado ng buhay. So pinagdaanan ko from the lowest low to the gitna until here.
May I add, Bray, yan ang secret to success.
Exactly.
You can deal in all walks of life. Galing,
Gives
galing.
you a wider perspective.
Correct,
Yes,
correct.
that's true.
Yeah. So Doc, I mean, when you were growing up, sabi mo you came from a middle-class family, di ba? So bago tayo pumunta dun sa iyong pagdidentistry, kamusta ba yung childhood mo? Masaya ka ba? Lumalaki? Or parang may insecurities ka ba nung bata ka?
Okay, growing up, I would say masaya naman. Masaya yung childhood ko. Nakapaglaro ako sa labas. Nakapag-enjoy ako ng mabuti. And hindi ko masabi that lumaki ako na merong insecurity kasi despite all the challenges na pinagdaanan namin ng family ko, my parents talaga, they're very supportive. They're very loving. And there were times din na may nagtatry na mag-bully. May nagtatry na mang-asar. Kasi ang payat ko nung bata ako. Sobrang payat ko, malaki yung mata ko, and then maiksi yung buhok ko. So akala nila tomboy ako, lalaki ako. So, ang laki-laki ng mata ko, kwago yung tawag sa akin. Totoo yun. So, na-bully, pero I don't remember a time na parang na-depress ako over those things. Kasi my parents, especially my dad and my dad, okay, lagi niyang sinasabi sa akin na maganda ako. So parang I think, that's one of the things na sobrang grateful ako. Kasi yung parents ko, they're very reassuring sila. Na even if naririnig ko from other people na ang payat mo, mukha kang lalaki, kulot yung buhok mo, laki ng mata mo, lumaki ako believing that maganda ako. And it's because of my parents. So parang nadala ko siya hanggang lumalaki ako. And my parents would always tell me, you're smart, matalino ka. So parang naging identity ko siya.
Yeah. At
along the way.
may positive reinforcement at home.
So, ibig sabihin pala, when you were younger talaga, nakatulong ba yung puro praises yung magulang mo sa'yo? Yung nga, sinasabi mo, maganda ka anak, magaling ka anak. You think yun yung nakatulong sa'yo?
Siguro, in a way, I would see myself, nakatulong siya. Kasi, syempre, di ba, sometimes you would look yourself in the mirror and then you see yourself parang, oo nga no, laki ng mata ko, ang payat ko, ang itim ko. Diba? Parang hindi yata ako masyado maganda. Pero you have your dad and your mom na sasabihin sa'yo, maganda ka. Nung time na yun, usong-uso, mukhang Bombay. Pag mukha kang Bombay, maganda kasi bilugan yung mata mo, ganyan, matangos yung ilong mo. So, I think I would say na nakatulong sila in terms of me not minding what other people are saying about me.
Pero alam mo no, Bray, no, ibang klase talaga kapag ang magulang maaga pala nabigyan ka ng confidence. Kasi makikita mo tingnan mo siya, how she is as a person, very pleasant, hindi arrogante. Kumbaga, ano siya, magaang kausap,
Wow.
'di ba?
You know, speaking of upbringing may mga iba naman na kapag negative yung reinforcement, kahit anong sabihin na ng outside people na hindi maganda ka naman parang hindi na sila naniniwala. Diba? On the other side lang nun. But it's good that you were able to experience that at a young age.
Yes.
Kasi that, even if at that time, you have the perception na parang hindi naman.
Oo.
Totoo ba yan Totoo ba yan dad? Totoo ba yan ma? Diba? Parang sinasabi mo lang yan kasi anak mo ako. Siguro naisip mo na rin yun. But that gave you assurance sa sarili mo. It might not be true at that time for you.
Yes.
But assurance is enough for you to be able to use that feeling, that emotion, para magawa mo siyang totoo.
Yes. Totoo yun. Kasi, diba, pag nakita mo yung sarili mo and you don't really find it pleasant or maganda, parang gusto mo mag-makeup, gusto mo ganyan. And then I tried. Nag-makeup ako before. And then pag nakikita ko ng dad ko, sabi niya sa akin, mas maganda ka without it. My dad would always tell me, maganda yung ngiti mo, maganda yung mata mo.
What did your dad do?
What do you mean? Yung work niya? My dad is a computer programmer.
Oh, mom mo, ano siya?
Housewife. Because I have a special child brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
if may
dalawa
ask,
lang
ano
kami.
siya? Ano?
May Down syndrome yung kapatid ko. Yeah.
Parang meant ko siyang
special.
ma-interview.
No, because one of Direct J, kidney Direct J.
Has Down.
Wow.
Has Down syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah. My brother is 32.
Wow.
Grabe ang kumbaga as a parent, grabe talaga yung pagkaintindi mo talaga for, especially with the condition, with the situation na may anak ka na may Down syndrome. Siyempre mas extra careful, extra alaga.
And patience.
And patience. And patience.
I would say my mom talaga, sobrang patient siya.
Galing. So dalawa lang
kami.
Oh,
Dalawa lang
galing.
kami.
So siya na pala kasama mo forever.
Siya lang. Kaya din, I would say, yung kapatid ko, yung existence niya sa buhay ko, naka-apekto yon with the way I view life. And
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way talaga.
Galing.
Kasi marami kang matututunan from having that kind of somebody beside you na you need to protect at a very young age. Kasi 2 taon lang yung gap namin . So I was really young then, and then dumating siya, and then my parents would always tell me na, okay, pag lumaki ka na, you have to protect your brother. Kasi mabubuli yan . Kasi iba siya . Noong time na yun, tatawagin yung kapatid mo Mongoloid. Yeah. Tatawagin yung kapatid mo abnormal.
Hate ni Direk yan.
Yeah.
Abnormal yung kapatid mo, alien yung kapatid mo, yung mga ganon. And we experienced yung mga yun. And yun yung nagpalakas sa akin. So I owe it to my brother.
Wala kang feeling na parang burden siya sa'yo?
Wala. Honestly, wala talaga. Sometimes I look back and then nire-review ko yung buhay ko when I was a child. Parang I never had that feeling na burden yung kapatid ko. He was more of an inspiration sa akin.
I love it.
I think one of the reasons bakit nandito ako ngayon is because of my brother and the way I was raised by my parents to love my brother in a certain way.
Galing. Pero Doc, ang matanong ko naman, paano ka napunta sa pagde-dentist?
Paano nga ba? Actually,
ikaw ba ay sinabihan din ng iyong parents?
Actually, it's not my
Kasi si Doc
parents.
Light.
Actually, it's not my parents eh. Nung lumalaki ako, ang gusto ko talaga, kasi my talent is in writing. Mahilig ako magsulat. So gusto ko maging journalist or gusto ko maging
Kasi
lawyer.
matangkad din siya.
Gusto ko maging lawyer, ganyan. And then, yung family ko on the father side, kasi yung mga auntie ko, family of dentists kasi. My lolo is a dentist and then my aunt is a dentist and then during that time mayroon din akong second cousin na nagde-dentistry din. So parang nung dun sa generation namin magpipinsan, ako na yung bunso and then ako na yung nakantahan. At the same time, syempre pag dentistry, that's basically health-related medicine-related siya. So kailangan medyo may utak ka. And I was performing well academically during my childhood days talaga until high school. So sabi nila, may utak ka, mag-dentistry ka. Take dentistry.
So you would say yung life mo naman growing up. Kasi di ba minsan usually kapag growing up, meron tayong stage na medyo napapariwara tayo ng konti. Wala kang ganon.
Wala akong ganon. Thankful ako
na
sa
walang
parents
ganon.
ko.
Pero feeling ko malaking factor doon yung kapatid.
Yes, totoo yun. Totoo yun, yung kapatid ko
Kasi
talaga.
parang may sense of responsibility ka na.
Yes.
You need to protect. Magpapariwara ka pa ba? Kung kailangan protektahan. Pag nagpariwara ka, sino po protekta sa kapatid mo?
Yes,
Diba?
yes.
Totoo yun. Talaga malaking factor yung kapatid ko. Malaking factor siya.
Bri, ano na ba ang pag-uusapan natin?
Ito na nga. Yung, when it comes to having a beautiful smile. Diba? Smile makeovers ka and the celebrity effect. Marami factors ang smile eh. So, sa inyo ba, like, when it comes to having a perfect set of teeth, so to speak, diba? What does it do for someone? Ako kasi honestly kung sisimulan ko yung conversation na to, I grew up na, ano ang tawag dito? Yung ngipin ko, hiwa-hiwalay.
Hiwa-hiwalay, okay.
I did braces for like 4 years and then retainer. Supposedly hanggang ngayon. Pero, sorry Doc. Wala na retainers ko. Pero lifetime yun, di ba?
Yeah.
Supposedly. But I grew up na hindi okay ang ngipin ko. And quite honestly, I still remember, it was sobrang saya ko nung nagkaroon ako ng braces.
Okay.
Kasi parang, bukod sa nakaka-pogi siya. So,
Dati kasi pag naka-braces ka talaga, wow, naka-braces.
Naka-braces ka.
Yeah.
Parang may dagdag charisma.
Pogi
kumbaga.
points.
Okay, pogi points. Pero at the same time, nung umokay na yung ngipin ko, parang mas na-appreciate ko because I feel more confident now when I'm facing people. Unlike before, kasi alam ko talaga, may hati.
Meron kang Madonna, may Magadona ka.
Sabi ko, lumalaki ako. Siyempre, habang tumatanda tayo, when we're teenagers na, nagiging self-aware ka na eh. Like, how do I look like?
Yeah.
So, ako, it has that effect. How about you? What's your guys' take?
Ako naman muna, no? Parang sa akin, nung lumalaki ako, for me, ang magandang ngipin dapat parang pang close-up commercial. Yun yung parang pag nakikita ko sa
Perfect talaga.
parang ganun. Sabi ko, wow, gusto ko yung pag tinignan ako ng tao, parang kumikinang yung ngipin ko. Yun yung perception ko ng magandang ngipin ng bata ako. So nung bata ako, okay naman yung ngipin ko eh. Pero parang meron lang akong gap sa gitna. So I had to
Parehas kayo.
braces. Pero parang sabi ko, hindi ganun kalaki yung ngipin ko eh. Parang iba pa rin talaga yung close-up smile. So sabi ko, paano kaya i-achieve yun? At that time kasi wala pa yung mga veneers, wala pa yung mga nung alam mo yun, parang uso na ng whitening, braces ka. Meron pa rin mga braces na Dr. Kwakwa ka. Yung mga parang...
Hanggang ngayon.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
scary.
So yun yung definition ko of a perfect smile ng bata ko. Pero ang makakasagot niyan, syempre si Doc Trisha. Yan, diba? Doc, fire away. Ano bang sagot dyan?
Perfect set of teeth, tingin mo, makukuha or what does it mean for people?
Honestly kasi, ang perfect set of teeth is not something na you can create out of, ito lang, perfect na siya. Hindi naman siya ganon kasi ang pagkakaroon ng perfect set of teeth, nagsisimula yan sa kabataan pa lang. Diba? Naingatan ba natin yung primary teeth or yung mga baby teeth natin? Kasi they serve a very important function para doon sa eruption nung permanent teeth natin. So kung nung bata ka pa lang nabubulok yung ngipin, natatanggal yung ngipin, early natanggal or late natanggal, nagpatong-patong, definitely pag tubo ng permanent, it's not going to be perfect anymore. So kailangan na ng corrective. So swerte na lang talaga if ang mga parents ng mga bata, they are early educated when it comes to taking care of the teeth ng mga bata.
Yeah.
Kasi yun yung that's the guide for the permanent teeth.
Kasi
Yes.
ako nung bata ako, sweet tooth talaga ako eh. Tapos nabubulok ka din.
Yeah, kasi ang iniisip nila, di ba, baby teeth pa lang naman yan.
Yun nga.
Diba?
Yun nga, actually yun din ang pananaw ko.
Yeah. Magpapalit pa naman. Hindi. They really serve a very important factor sa tamang pagkaka-align ng mga permanent teeth natin. At the same time, yung growth ng panga, ng upper and lower jaw. So kung maagang nawawala yung mga ngipin, sometimes hindi nag-grow ng maganda yung panga. So may mga naka-forward. Yan.
Okay.
Pero Doc, curious ako. Kasi ngayon, alam mo naman, dapat ngayon, halos lahat, lalo na mga content creators, podcasters, or even celebrities, no? Gusto nila perfect smile, di ba? Bakit kailangan ng isang tao magpa-veneers? Whether it's composite veneers or what's the other one? Composite and
zirconia.
Zirconia, oo.
and,
Maraming kasi nauso na ngayon.
IMAX. Those are brands.
Braces and veneers. Pero veneers muna tayo.
Okay, veneers
Why?
muna, yes.
Okay, number one influence ng social media, of course, ng show business. Kasi di ba, kapag sinabi mo nangingiti ka, dapat puti, dapat full, end-to-end nung labi mo, dapat meron. So yun yung tinatry i-achieve. So yung question mo na bakit kailangan, actually hindi kailangan eh. But due to the pressure nga ng society, and dahil lagi tayong nasa harap ng camera, everybody wants to be a content creator, everybody wants to take a selfie, gusto natin ma-achieve yung ganong klase, parang pageant smile. Diba? Na sometimes it becomes, unrealistic and
Parang
it becomes detrimental to health also.
Oo, okay.
Yeah, so hindi kailangan actually, pero dahil may social pressure, nagiging trend siya. That's the thing.
Medyo, actually nakikita ko nga yung trend. They file it to like vampire-ish na itsura na parang patusok-tusok na lahat.
Yeah.
They file it to a degree na parang,
nakita yan.
oh my gosh, parang you're damaging your tooth, your teeth to a degree na hindi mo na pag yan nasira wala na.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to fall back on.
Yes.
Literal.
Kaya actually,
Scary, Doc.
kami especially in my practice, we always educate the patients na once you go for it, it's never coming back. No turning back yan. It's an irreversible procedure. Kung ano yung tatanggalin, hindi na mababalik. Kasi unlike your skin, di ba, pag nasugatan ka, nag-scratch yung surface, eventually magre-regenerate din yan, mag-heal yan. But ang teeth kasi, they don't have the ability to regenerate. So kung nawala na yung enamel, na kut-kut mo na, napaliit mo na, na-file mo na yung ngipin, it's not coming back anymore. That's why kailangan din ng mga pasyente na maging masuri when it comes to choosing their dentist. Kasi there are certain parameters and there are certain preparations ng ngipin na hindi dapat nagiging shark teeth. Yung mga shark teeth, actually that's incorrect.
Check mo yun. Grabe. Talaga online pag nakita mo yun.
Yeah.
They're proud pa.
Yes, they're proud pa.
Na shark teeth and then they set complete set of teeth na puro veneers na. My God. Sobrang scary.
Oo. Pero meron tayong tanong na pasabog dito eh. Okay, ngayon malalaman nyo na sa Life Over Whiskey kung totoo to, ha? Okay. Doc, ang tanong ito. Totoo ba na nakaka-bad breath ang veneers? O yan, malalaman nyo na ang totoong sagot, ha?
Actually, it's not the veneers na nakaka-bad breath. Okay? It's the way the patient maintains the veneers. Kasi may maintenance yan eh. Now, when you get veneers kasi, you have additional surfaces in your mouth. Meron kang additional sites kung saan pwede magtago yung bacteria. So, if you are not able
parang external siya eh. Hindi siya yung part ng katawan mo talaga.
Yes. Diba? Kasi, isipin mo kung may braces ka, parang doble yung ngipin mo, diba?
Yeah.
So, yung effort in cleaning, doble din. When you have veneers, medyo mas mahirap siya, especially if it's not done properly, kasi there will be areas na hindi accessible for brushing, not accessible for cleaning purposes. So,
Kaya nagkakaroon
Doon
ng
siya
migraine.
nagkakaroon.
So guys, depende pa rin pala kung
Yes.
nagtutoothbrush ka lagi or nagpapalinis ka every 3 months.
Linis din kasi guys.
No, and sometimes naman, sometimes there's some misdiagnosis kasi. Halimbawa, meron ng existing disease yung pasyente, may gum disease na siya, hindi na diagnose, and then nilagyan ng veneers, nag-aggravate yung condition. So it would start with swelling lang, namumula, nagdudugo yung gums, and then mabaho na siya. And then maya-maya gumagalaw na yung ipin until nagfo-fall off na. So hindi na lang yung veneer yung natatanggal, pati ngipin na natatanggal.
Pero ito, may mga talagang ako na-experience na ganito. Pwede ko bang tanungin sa inyo kung na-experience nyo rin ito? May mga ibang tao ako, let's say, ganyang kalayo, pero for some reason, even if huminga sila from the nose, may certain smell. Hindi ko alam, is it because of smoking? Hindi ko alam, is it because of anything else? Kakakain lang nila? I don't know. But merong certain person na parang kahit araw-araw mong kausap, merong certain smell. Saan ba nakukwento? Hindi ba siya nagtutoothbrush? Paano kung office boy yun? Siyempre, I'm sure nagtutoothbrush naman yun, di ba? Bakit ganun? Ano mga causes nun?
Okay, basta merong odor, regardless kung saang parte ng katawan, there is always the involvement of bacteria. Kaya yan yung lagi nating sinasabi. So now, factor din kasi tayo as a host. So merong mga tao na very susceptible sila sa very conducive yung bibig nila to catering yung mga bacteria na nagkukos ng bad breath. But it's not really the bacteria that's mabaho. It's their toxins, yung nire-release nila. So when you have, let's say, veneers or you have braces, so commonly kasi those kinds of bacteria, nagtatago yan sa singit-singit. Doon sa hindi accessible, doon sa walang oxygen. So nandun sila. So the more surfaces in your mouth na hindi nalilinis, may nakatagong bacteria, of course, magkakaroon yan ng odor.
May factor ba, for example, sabi kasi yung direct kanina, pag nag-yosi, right? May effect yun sa laway, sa gum health natin.
Yes.
You know,
Kasi halo na rin, pati yung kinain mo siguro ng araw na yun.
halo-halo na. What if may sipon ka pa? Like, you know, all these factors.
Halo-halo na. Kung ang odor, kasi ang odor naman, hindi naman isa lang yan eh. Di ba? May malansa, may amoy
Oh my God.
basura.
Na-imagine ko.
I mean, iba-iba siya. So,
Categorize natin.
yes, may
Balansa.
category yan. So, depende dun sa naaamoy natin, dun natin pwedeng i-track saan nanggagaling siya. Kasi pwedeng malansa. For others, they would describe it as parang amoy basura.
Oh my
Or
God, yes, I agree.
decaying,
Yeah,
or
Decaying.
patay na daga, ganyan. Some poop. Okay, sometimes when I see charts, pag dinedescribe nila yung odor, sinasabi na it's fecal and it's room filling. As in, ganun talaga yung mga dinedescribe,
Pero
yung
Doc,
description.
Is there a way na paggising mo ng umaga, hindi mabaho ang hininga mo?
Medyo unlikely siya. Medyo unlikely kasi during sleep, hyperactive ang bacteria eh. Kasi walang movement yung bibig. Pangalawa, factor kung naghihilik ka or open mouth ka during sleep.
Kasi you're taking it.
Dami natin natututunan.
Oo, yung the way you sleep, malaking factor siya in the development of those bacteria, yung pag-flourish ng mga bacteria na yun.
So, walang odor na hindi nakakure ng dentist?
Walang odor na hindi na-cure. I think cure is not the right term.
Walang odor na
Kasi when you say that you are curing something, totally
Forever na
100% wala siya.
Mm.
May treatment. Pero cure is not, kasi it's not a disease in the first place. Hindi siya sakit. Ang mouth odor, it's usually a manifestation na meron something wrong.
Going on.
So you have
within
to
you.
check ano yun. So halimbawa malansa. There are patients na malansa yung hininga nila because meron silang problem somewhere else. Kidney problems. Yan.
Pero Doc, may way ka ba para sabihin sa isang tao, what's the most polite way of saying na you need to brush your teeth?
Is there a polite way?
Yun nga parang hindi ko alam. Like, ako very straightforward ako. Kunyari, let's just say example lang to. Meron akong kunyari isang crew or sales team ko na naamoy ko na medyo hindi maganda yung amoy. Straightforward ako. Bro, kailangan mo mag-mouthwash medyo hindi okay yung natin ngayon.
Represent tayo mamaya.
Represent tayo sa kliyente mamaya, hindi po pwede yan. Or kunyari sa production crew ko naman, brother, yung kliyente baka maamoy ka, syempre magre-reflect yan sa kumpanya natin. So gano'n. But to some other people, they find it a little bit offensive.
Yes.
Kasi like ako, pag ako nagsabi, medyo malakas ang personality ko. Baka ma-offend, di ba? So, Doc, paano ba yan dapat?
Kung halimbawa sa sitwasyon na sinabi niya, pwede naman you do it in general. Halimbawa, okay, later we will have a presentation with a client. Let's make sure na malinis tayo, mabango tayo, toothbrush tayo lahat. You don't single out a person.
Galing.
Huwag niyo single out kasi kapag sinisingle out nyo and then you point it out directly to the person and ikaw talaga mabaho ka, may bad breath ka, that's when it becomes offensive.
Okay.
But kailangan nga pasalamatan ka because you're honest enough. Because not everybody is honest enough to tell somebody na, you smell bad. Diba?
So, just going back to the conversation natin kanina, let's say nagpa-veneers ka nga, diba? You were saying na parang syempre, it's dinagdag na yan
Yes.
sa ipin mo. Let's say hindi ka pa nagpa-veneers. Whether, so parang external element siya, right? Like, then, braces, let's say pustiso or dentures as well, may factor din yan sa breath mo, right?
Yes, meron
Kasi
din.
ako, nalala ko, naka-braces ako, talagang naglalaway ako ng malala eh. Diba? Nagsisecrete ako ng saliva more than when I hadn't had braces.
Yes.
So, may yung element na yun, do you think na ano yung pinakadalas na pwede nating gawin para pagdating sa mga ganong elements, maiiwasan natin yung bad breath?
Hygiene talaga is number 1 Kasi we have to remember that when we put something in our mouth, that's foreign body and our body will always react against it. Diba? So, halimbawa, kung hindi maganda yung pagkakagawa ng veneers natin, there might be inflammation, nagre-react yung katawan mo, so mamamaga yung gilagid mo, magdudugo siya. And kapag namamaga yan and may bleeding yan, that's breeding ground for bacteria, party yung bacteria natin dyan. So, ang pagkakaroon kasi ng bad breath, it goes hand in hand. Kung halimbawa ang concern natin is may veneers yung patient, may pustiso, ganyan, okay, yung dentista ba na i-communicate niya ba sa pasyente na this is how you should take care of it, this is how you should clean it. It's not something, kasi may pasyente ako 11 years hindi sinuot ay hindi tinanggal yung denture because ang reasoning niya, hindi niya alam na kailangan palang tanggalin. Yes. So may mga ganon, may communication. Pangalawa, skill of the dentist, of course.
Yes.
It's a factor din. Kasi right now, the problem is parang commoditized ang ang veneers.
What are some things na you tell your patients na ano yung mga parang cleaning regime?
Cleaning habits ng what ba? Ng bibig? Ng dentures?
Siyempre, whether it's dentures, pustiso, or
Pero
like veneers.
Doc, diba 3 months? Kasi ako 3 months talaga.
Yes.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Right now,
Ako,
every 3 months na siya. Talaga. Before, di ba sinasabi nila 6 months? But, ang layo na natin sa panahon na yun. The diet is different. Lifestyle is different. Everything is instant
Lalo na kung nag-vape ka, nag-yosi ka pa.
Oo.
So, kasi even hormones, may effect yan sa bibig natin, sa ngipin natin. So, now we recommend that the patient would return to us every 3 months talaga.
Eto, Doc, meron akong live consultation sa'yo. Hindi kasi, curious lang ako. Like me, growing up, sabi ng dentist ko dati, nung bata ako, nung nag-braces sa akin, kailangan mong tanggalin yung, ano ba, molar ba yun?
Wisdom teeth.
Wisdom tooth.
O tooth or teeth, yeah. 4 daw meron ako. Pero ang ginawa ko, takot kasi ako sa operation. So, never ko siyang pinatanggal. Okay. Normal ba yun o bawal yun? Ano yung mga risk or ano bang dapat ang ginawa?
When deciding whether we're going for a procedure kasi we have to weigh the risks and the benefits. For example, meron kang impacted na ngipin. Impacted ba completely? Is it under the bone? Wala talagang exposure at all? Kasi kung wala and it's not causing you any problem, any trouble, hindi siya makaka-interfere with your bite, hindi pwedeng mabulok kasi nakatago siya sa ilalim pwedeng hindi. Pwedeng hindi. But if it's partially erupted, exposed na sa laway, exposed na sa bacteria, exposed na to food. Yeah, kasi mabubulok siya, masisira siya. And it will start to get inflammation, magbi-bleed na yan, magiging symptomatic, and then you remove.
You still have your wisdom tooth?
Yeah, 4.
Sometimes we do that, we remove for pre-ortho. Halimbawa, kung nakikita natin that the eruption of the wisdom teeth would interfere with the treatment or yung later on magkakos nung problema dun sa alignment ng ngipin, para tinatanggal namin as preventive measure.
What's funny, kung ikaw natakot ka sa apat mo, ako sabay-sabay ko tinanggal lahat ng wisdom tooth.
Shucks.
Sabi ko, masaktan na lang naman ako eh. Isa
na lang, yes.
And I think that time, the reason why tinanggal siya, kasi it's perfectly nakaangat eh. Hindi siya impacted, hindi siya nakatagilid, kung ano man. Tinanggal siya because nagkakaroon akong tension. May pressure siya dito sa jawline ko. And it bothers me na masakit na siya.
Yes.
I wish I had it extracted sooner because it actually damaged yung katabi ng molar. Right now, naka-amalgam na eh. Kumbaga malakas yung biting because of the muscles that were built over time. Yeah. I had to seek also consult din ako sa TMJ.
Yes.
Right, for my jaw. But basically, tinanggal siya because nakapekto siya sa ngipin sa loob.
Yun, that's the thing eh. Sinasabi natin, if we see that it's going to affect the teeth in general, the function in general, of course, we would recommend to remove. Diba? Lalo kung yun medyo erupted na siya. Kasi mahirap linisin yun eh, yung nasa dulo. So we really need to
imagine mo din, parang kung may headache. Parang every time may headache ka na sakit yung panga.
Nangangalay, nagla-lockjaw, may posterior interference tayong tinatawag. Usually, it's because of the wisdom teeth.
The wisdom teeth.
Pero, tama yung ginawa mo sabay-sabay.
Pero Doc, ang tanong ko sa'yo, bago ka tanongin ni Bri, ang top 3 qualities mo. Yung mga ibang patients mo na nagpapa-veneer sa'yo, kasi ba dahil uso, kasi ba gusto ma-build yung confidence, kasi ba dahil si Kim Kardashian ay naka-veneers, or kung sino man dyan, ano ang reason nila? Bukod sa sinabi mo, syempre, ka social media, pero maraming tao na wala naman sa social media na nagpapa-veneers. Kailan mo isasuggest na, sige magpa-veneers ka? O mas maganda na yung normal ngipin mo, i-whitening na lang natin yan?
Paano mo ko-qualify?
Okay, pagka nakikipag-usap tayo sa patient, we always make them understand na yung natural teeth, yan pa rin yung best. But sometimes kasi the natural teeth do not give them the best confidence that they can have eh. If yung confidence kailangan for their work or for them to feel better, to feel good about themselves, of course, support natin yon. Kasi iba ang perspective ng pasyente, iba ang perspective ng doktor. Minsan meron tayong mga gusto, meron tayong mga prinsipyo na hindi naman isa-satisfy yung pangangailangan and yung preference ng patient. It goes hand in hand. My job is to tell the patient and educate the patient na okay, if we do that, there's no turning back. My job is to make sure that when I do it, it's beautiful. Bagay sa'yo, na-recommend ko sa'yo ano yung tama, but sa dulo nun kasi, it's the patient who would decide. So kahit sabihin ko sa kanya na okay, don't go for too white, don't go for masyadong malaki, wag ka makisabay sa trend. If ang pasyente gusto ko, Doc, maputi kasi all my life dilaw yung ngipin ko eh. Gusto ko makita nilang lahat na may pera ako. So gusto ko puti yung ngipin ko.
Close up, kuminang talaga.
Diba? That's something na hindi mo pwedeng i-invalidate. Kasi you don't know naman the effect of having not so beautiful teeth to them.
Pero Doc, alam mo ba ang natural teeth sa hindi?
Yes, definitely.
So, ang style na ginagawa mo is natural din?
I prefer the natural.
Okay. So what if ang gusto ko yung medyo malaking dalawang unahan, parang Bugs Bunny na uso yan, di ba?
Yes, uso yan.
So, ginagawa mo ba yun?
I do that if I see na bagay sa patient. And if the patient is well-informed.
Okay.
Okay, kasi sabi mo nga, trend yan. And pag sinabi mong trend, it will go. Diba? Yeah. Mawawala yan eh. And time will come na matanda ka na, you're 50 years old and then you have bunny teeth. Baka hindi na siya babagay. So of course, diba, we have to inform the patient, dapat classic.
Yeah.
Okay, not unless you have the budget to have it replaced by the time na feeling mo, palitan na natin. By all means, mag-bunny teeth ka ngayon.
Akala ko sabihin mo, Doc, try mo patient, try mo imaginein mo sarili mo na 65 years old ka na may Bugs Bunny teeth ka. Like, what would that look like?
Oh, di ba?
Or kaya di ba may app na papatandain ka?
Yeah.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang makita nila like, how would I look like at that age? Having this set of teeth. Kasi trend nga lang siya.
Yes. Kapag trend, yun nga, and we have to inform patients also na, okay, if your budget is limited to just following the trend, you will not be able to sustain it. Kasi paano pag iba na yung trend? Ang trend, nagkaroon ng trend, di ba? Parang pangil naman. Di ba? Nung si Tony Fowler, siya na vampire.
Vampire, right?
Diba? Nagkaroon ng ganon. So, it will pass kasi. Baka mamaya, bago na yung trend, hindi ka na uso, wala ka ng pera para magpagawa ng panibago.
You're stuck with vampire teeth.
Yes.
Pero Dok, totoo ba raw, pag nagpa-veneers ka, pag una mo nakita yung sarili mo, matatakot ka sa sarili mo kasi hindi ka sanay doon sa look mo.
Hindi naman siguro matatakot.
Pero
Maninibago, yes.
Hindi mo makita yung sarili mo sa lapit.
Oo. Kasi pag may binago ka kasi sa kahit isang ngipin mo lang, it changes the entire face.
Pati structure ng mukha mo, no?
Yes, pati structure ng mukha.
Magbabago din ang ano mo.
Magbabago kasi pag binago mo yung color, binago mo yung shape, binago mo yung shade, lahat yung dimensions and all, kitang-kita yan, that's the center eh. Diba?
Pero Doc, napansin ko nakakabata siya, no? Pag nagpa-veneers yung mga... Kasi napansin ko even in Hollywood, uso yan. Wala ka makikita artista na talagang natural. Very limited lang.
Yes.
Not unless talagang you were born in, na talagang maganda yung ngipin mo, diba?
Nakakabata siya kasi nagkakaroon ng more show ng teeth.
Oo, kasi bumabagsak yun dito.
Kasi habang tumatanda tayo, nagdo-droop yung upper lip natin. Kaya nga yung mga lola natin, di ba, most of their teeth nakikita natin yung baba. Kasi nagdo-droop na to.
Tayo, Doc.
So, yeah, di ba?
Yes.
Kaya pagka nag-veneers na tayo, lumalaki yung ngipin, mas maputi, it absorbs light. Kasi may material eh, di ba? So pag umiti ka, it absorbs light. Then, it reflects pala. It reflects yung ilaw. Kaya mukhang bata.
Ito na, Bray!
We want to ask you, what are your top 3 qualities as a human being, as a person? And maybe this relates to your experience in life and how maybe you can share to people, sa ating mga ka-whiskey, like saan mo to ginagamit in your everyday life?
Okay, siguro number 1 would be, I would say I'm a visionary.
Visionary, okay.
Oo, I would say. Kasi I have this ugali na when I look at things, it's always broad eh. And when I see something, I always see what's next. Ano yung potential nito, anong pwede kong gawin dito, ano yung opportunity dito. And then I visualize. I see something in it na feeling ko magpo-prosper, ganyan. So I have a talent in looking at those things, yung avenue. So I would say, yes, visionary. Pangalawa, siguro I would say resilient.
Visionary, resilient, okay.
Kasi sabi ko nga, marami na tayong pinagdaanan from kabataan hanggang paglaki. And I would always see myself adapting. I would always see myself just, getting up. After falling down so many times, tatayo ka pa din, mag-a-adapt ka pa rin. Pag may pagbabago, pag may trend, if you think it would help you grow, try natin, gawin natin. So I'm open always to opportunities. I'm open to change. So mabilis ako mag-adapt. Okay? Pangatlo, I would say I'm patient. I'm very patient. Alam ni Dr. Light yan.
No.
Ngayon, Doc, eto matinding question dyan. Kailan mo nagamit yung isa sa quality mo na pagiging resilient? Kailangan mo i-share sa amin yan.
Pagiging resilient.
Sabi mo, marami akong pinagdaanan ng mga kabataan ko or nung ganito. Ano yun?
Okay, meron kasi akong ugali na kasi some people, 'di ba, pag sinabi na ay hindi ko kasi gusto tong nangyayari. So okay na lang na pumalpak na lang ako, bumagsak na lang ako dito. Ako, I'm not like that. When I choose something, halimbawa dentistry, I never really like to be a dentist. I never wanted to be one. But when I chose to be a dentist, I adapted. Nag-adapt talaga ako and ginalingan ko. I had to make sure na okay, pinili ko to, gagalingan ko dito. Ano pa ba? Nung pandemic, resilient in a way na nagsara yung mga clinics, wala kaming operations and all. Shift kami. Nagbenta kami ng PPE. Nagbenta kami ng...
Husay! Resilient talaga.
So, sa business, ganon. So, yeah I would say adaptable. Adaptable talaga. And strong. Strong. Kailangan eh.
Kwentong mental health. So, ikaw, kamusta ang mental health mo?
Eto na.
Ito na yung pinaka-inaantay natin na segment, Bray eh.
Ito na yung kwentong mental health.
Yan.
Kung
Kwentong
saan
mental
we
health.
have here life cards. So this is
Okay.
in partnership with Untolds.
Mhm.
Available sa Shopee, TikTok, Lazada. Where may question sa isa sa card. So
Okay.
after reading the question, pili ka na isa. After reading the question, you say it out loud. Sige,
Parang dito
kung
na.
ano nararamdaman mo, yan. Read it out loud.
Iinom ba ako?
Yes,
Yes.
after mo basahin, inom ka muna.
After ko basahin.
Bago mo sagutin.
Yan.
Ano sabi ng ng baraha? Parang sakto sa kanya. Feeling ko.
Okay. Kaya ba talaga nating magmahal unconditionally? O mayroon tayong limitasyon? Ang
Okay.
hirap naman ito.
Pagmamahal ang napili sa'yo ng card.
So iinom ako?
Inom ka muna.
Parang kainom-inom talaga yan. Kaya ba nating magmahal unconditionally? Game?
Game.
Game! Sagutin mo na. Yan.
I believe.
I believe.
Kaya nating magmahal unconditionally. Siguro based on experience ha, perfect example would be my brother. My brother taught me to love unconditionally. As in, regardless, without expectations from a person. And I don't really count kasi na, okay, ganito kita minamahal. So gusto ko ganito din. Regardless of the situation, regardless of sino ka, basta pinili kitang mahalin, mamahalin kita. Unconditionally.
Wow.
Yun.
Pwede bang pa-high five? High five
Yes.
tayo.
Grabe, nakaka-relate talaga si Direk dyan.
Naluluha siya.
Naluluha siya.
I can see.
Iyak mo na yan.
I can see.
Galing. And I have respect for that. Galing ng ginagawa mo. Mahusay yan.
Thank you.
Pero Direk, before we conclude this episode, may gusto lang akong tanong kay Doc
Sige,
Pat.
go
One
ahead.
last question
Go
lang,
ahead,
no?
go ahead.
Or maybe I want you to maybe share your thoughts and sentiments sa ating mga ka-whiskey. Lalo na sa mga naikinig na maybe considering getting veneers or maybe braces, right? And ultimately, maybe your thoughts around if people have insecurities about having bad breath. So doon muna tayo sa what are your thoughts about the people who wants to get these procedures at ano yung iiwasan nila, lalo na may craze talaga, veneers and braces, ganyan na rin yan eh. Kahit sa Pilipinas, maraming mga quack doctor, so to speak. So bigyan mo payo ang ating mga ka-whiskey.
Okay, siguro number one, for those who are thinking of getting dental veneers, do your research. That's number one. And when you say research, hindi lang yan yung sino yung sikat, sino yung dentist nitong artista na to, sino yung dentist nitong influencer na to, because it's not like that eh. You look at possibly reviews, hanapin nyo yung mga actual patients, or watch them. Kasi available naman ng mga doctors online eh. And you can see naman how they do things eh. Research in that level.
Yeah.
Ano ba prinsipyo nitong doktor na to? Is this doctor someone na gusto lang kumita ng kumita? Sobrang dami niya ng pasyente na paano yung quality nito? Kasi everything is available online. So research is number one. Secondly, again, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, it's irreversible. So you have to have a full heart pag ginawa mo yan. Kasi walang balikan eh. And choose something na timeless. Kumbaga from now until 5-10 years from now, bagay pa din yung ngipin mo sa'yo.
Yeah.
Magiging masaya ka pa rin. So don't follow the trends. Tapos pangatlo, you have to have budget. Budget not naman dahil mahal siya because generally may presyo talaga ang dental veneers. But budget in terms of pag nasira yan, meron kang pang replace. Kapag nag-chip yan, meron kang pang dentist. May pang maintain ka, may pambili ka ng toothbrush, may pambili ka ng mouthwash. And siguro budget in terms of time. Kasi it requires extra time as well.
Yeah.
Diba? So yun yung for patients or people na gusto ng veneers. For braces, ganun din, research. Siguro, one thing lang na gusto kong sabihin, no, maraming tataas yung kilay, but, quality and good quality and affordability, parang they are very difficult to put in one sentence talaga. Parang you cannot have the best na ang budget mo is very limited. Kasi syempre may compromise yan in terms of materials, in terms of a lot of factors. So don't be price driven. I'm not saying na mag-splurge, but be wise. Kasi it's something nga na hindi mo na pwedeng ulitin eh. So be wise when it comes to, it's an investment.
Yeah.
It's an
How about
investment.
naman bad breath? Mga taong insecure, how do you maybe help them out?
May pag-asa pa yung mga bad breath. May pag-asa pa.
Actually, paano ko ba sasabihin? Kasi based on my experience, very heartbreaking yung situation for them eh. Yung pagkakaroon ng bad breath. Hindi lang siya bad breath ako ngayon and then mamaya wala na. For some patients, decades nilang dala-dala. And some patients are suicidal. And I have to say it because not everybody talks about it. May mga patients ako that when they get into the clinic, umiiyak na sila. Wala pa akong ginagawa, wala pa akong sinasabi. And some patients would just thank me, Doc, thank you ha. Maging effective man yung treatment or hindi. I want to thank you for going the extra mile na makinig ka sa kwento namin kasi they are always dismissed by a family member, by friends, ganyan. So first is acknowledge talaga. Acknowledge na merong problema because you cannot solve something na hindi mo ina-acknowledge in the first place. Pangalawa, head on. Banggain mo head on. Kasi if you don't do something about
don't beat
it.
around the bush.
Yes, 'di ba? Head on. Scout for treatments. Pero wag naman yung lahat na lang na nakita natin, ginawa na natin. I have patients nagmumumog sila ng mga bleach. Some patients, they brush their teeth with soap, not with toothpaste. Yes, that's crazy talaga.
Yeah.
And sometimes even ako naiiyak ako pagkausap ko sila. May mga hindi na nakapag-asawa, hindi nakapag-girlfriend,
My
iniwan ng partner.
Yeah.
So those are common.
Amazing stories, no, Direk?
Yes.
Marami talagang, we see it superficial.
Yeah.
Pero there's really story behind.
I was surprised also.
Narinig mo yun.
May I give my
Yes,
takeaway?
ano take-away mo sa usapan
Grabe,
natin?
no? Alam mo, everything in life, always remember this, guys. Guys, you always get what you pay for.
Yes.
Pag masyado kang kuripot at ito lang ang budget mo, huwag kang mag-expect ng sobrang gandang quality. So kung gusto mo na maganda kang ngumiti, dapat may budget ka. Anything naman in life, gusto mo na magandang kotse, ang Vios hindi tatakbong parang Porsche. Diba? So gusto mo ng Porsche, ipon ka. Diba? Parang ganon. So you get what you pay for. That's number one. And anything na with greatness comes with a price. Diba? Nothing comes for free.
Yes.
So that is my learning for tonight.
Ako, if I may, I like what you said kanina. Short of saying, mas okay nang magantay ka, pagpaliban mo, kaysa madaliin mo,
Yes.
at titipid ka, eventually magsisisi ka eh. Kasi tinipid mo yung sarili mo eh. Karamihan kasi gusto makatipid and they want the best quality.
Yes.
But yun nga, you can't put those two things together so easily and loosely. Diba? Na gusto mo makatipid pero gusto mo magandang quality. So may certain expectation ka na magandang quality and then eventually, you don't get it. Problema, nagawa na yung ngipin mo. Even braces.
And mas
I see.
mahal.
Oo, mas mahal
Mas
na.
mahal mag-revise.
Mag-revise. I see, it's crazy. Like, may mga braces na gano'n-ganon lang. Tapos sobrang, ewan ko na itsura ng ngipin nila afterwards. So, now, doble na yung gagastusin mo just to correct the mistake.
Correct.
So, better na mag-antay ka. Better to do your due diligence, mag-research ka before finally deciding, I will take up this procedure, this operation na rin. Parang gano'n minsan.
Yes.
No?
The procedure, yes.
Lalo na kung veneers, third ka na.
Matagal siya, yes.
Diba? So, it's a lifelong commitment as well of being able to take care of that.
Correct.
So,
It's an investment.
It is.
It's an investment. Yes.
Doc Pat, maraming salamat for being part of this episode.
I had fun.
If ever, saan ka ba nila makikita?
Okay, you can find me at Valeria Doctors It's in Pasig. I also have a clinic in Antipolo, Dental Corner Prime Clinic. And then what else? I am also a consultant for GAOC. So if you're familiar, yes, I'm also a part of that team. And what else? Marami kaming bagong ventures. Meron kami, we are opening up our Sumo, Global Biotech.
Global Biotech Inc.
And that is related to the bad breath thing.
What does it supply again?
So we're launching our...
Pwede na ba?
Yeah!
Dito na daw ila-launch.
Yeah, we're actually launching our products. So we would be starting with mouthwash and breath spray. And it's specifically curated for patients suffering from bad breath.
Wow. Grabe.
Mission na to, mission.
Yeah.
Mission, And with that, Direk,
Yan nga.
thank you so much mga ka-Whiskey, mga ka-Low-Barkada for listening on this episode. It's been a blast. We will see you on the next one. Guys, always remember,
Stay pogs. And usually pag naka-whiskey ka,
mas open ka.
salamat Charles and James.
Asin Games, thank you so much.
Carson James.
Doc Pat,
Bye.
Yay!
thank you.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang may katbaso sa lamesa at
Big Eyes Production.